Jeff here, CV Radio Tricks. Last video that I posted, there was a few comments regarding the little setup here. Some complimentary comments about how nice it looked. And a few people describing it as being an expensive setup, which it isn't, not at all. In fact, everything you see behind me is either second-hand, used, traded or free. So the first part that I've got down here is a 50 amp power supply by Astron. I had an old Yaesu radio that somebody really wanted, and they wanted to trade their equipment for that radio, which I'd done. But there was nothing there that really took my fancy, so I sold it on, which recouped the money on the radio that I traded. And lucky enough, it left me the power supply. So the power supply actually didn't really cost me any money. So the next thing I've got up here is a speaker system, which is a Logitech computer speaker. It's the sub there, and there's two small ones behind the icon here. A lot cheaper than a matching speaker. Well, I do like the matching speakers; they're a bit pricey. That was given to me free on a local message board, local Facebook message board. He had that, this little shortwave receiver, and 3 Bluetooth speakers that he was just giving away in a box. So I took those and made use of them. Then that brings us on to the 2 little CB radios here. The Unit MPC 244 and the Cobra 25 LTD Classic. The Cobra I swapped for a static microphone that somebody gave me years ago, and I just traded it with somebody else. So that radio didn't cost me any money. The Uniden, which is a really nice radio, really performs good. I bought in Florida a couple of months ago. I think I paid $75 for that. So that was good. The case is a bit beaten up, but it can be fixed. Then I've also got here a very old MFJ antenna analyzer. It is really old, and I've had it a few years now. I've had it about probably 8 years, and it was old when I got it. I paid $50 for that, but as I say, it does do the job nicely. And then there's an antenna switch there, which I pulled back in 1980 when I was back in England. It's a Daiwa. I can't even remember how much I paid for that, but it's really heavy duty. It's just never breaks. And then behind the computer there's a 12-volt distribution box, which runs from the power supply. You can run anything that needs a 12-volt supply. It saves me from having to climb behind the power supply and attach or detach cables. So next in line is the Icon YC746. This is the biggest expense, and I had this about 4 years now. It's in really good shape. It belonged to a local guy that unfortunately passed away. Came in its original box with all the documentation and handbooks, and it works great. Cost on that $500, so yeah, a lot of money. But that's linked up to this Mac. It's a very old iMac. Picked this up locally as well for $70. There's not a lot of use for it nowadays. It's very slow, but it runs MacLogger DX just fine, and that's a great program. I can store all sorts of frequencies. It can automatically tune for the stations that are out there. I'll spot them. It will run digital as well, but I got bored with that. But great program. Perhaps I should do a video on that at a later date. Then we've got the tuner. Now, the only reason I have the tuner here is because at the moment I don't have any antennas up for the CB 11 meter band, so I'm having to use a HF 10 meter antenna out there, and it isn't quite good for the CB frequencies. So as soon as I get a decent antenna up, that can go. I won't need that. And next to that, we've got the what make is it? Oh, the Jetstream SWR meter and power meter, which is hooked up to the RCI 380WX. This is a radio again that I bought in Florida. I bought a few radios. I sold them while I was down there. I bought a couple more and I sold them while I was down there, and then I had enough money to buy this. So this actually wasn't stand me. It stands me $200. So it was a good buy, I think. So all in all, that's I think that's. Oh, there's a little iPad up there. My wife's upgraded a few times, and there's a collection of I think 2 or 3 iPads that I can use. That one, I just had that one on I think it's called windy.com, and I can set that to look for local thunderstorms that might be on the way. In that case, you know, if they're on the way, I can just undo the antenna. So you know, you can be old iPads up for hardly anything. So that's basically the equipment. Next is the way I've laid it out and how I've made it look like this. So we'll get into that and I'll show you what I've done, and it's very easy and very cheap to do. It takes a little bit of thought, but you know, it works. I'm a believer in, if it's all easy to use and it isn't too messy, then it makes the hobby a little bit more pleasurable. So, as can be seen here, there's a slight false wall here. It sits a couple of inches away from the real wall, and I have been running wires through the back there, and out the bowl and out the top. Although you just can't see any. I haven't got this one in yet. Like next time as well. There is an antenna one here because I'm testing another antenna. But the way this is done, it is just a shelf from home hardware, which will just pop out away. So on the back you can see there's a couple of legs there that are angled at 40 degrees that have got me from the base of the top of the table to just right under those radios nicely. Then under this radio we have one of the mounts that I've been working on, and one of the little sliding brackets that holds, or 2 of those that hold the top one on. To get the angle on the icon, I just 3D printed little wedges in the little groove down here for a wire to setting. They can be used for any radio that either has the plastic feed or the wire that comes down. This one here is just another basic 3D printed one that I done. Some of the early ones, even in the angle that I want. Another big old RCI. Another top from Home Depot, and all that's holding these up are it's resting slightly on this, and there's 2 4x2 pieces of wood running up each end to keep it level. I think I'll probably make something a little bit better, because I think you can see the wood looks a little ugly. Basically that's it. Now you can do it the way I've done it with 3D printing, or you can make it with wood or whatever materials are handy, and that's it. It's really as simple as that. Kind of all just falls together. Quite nicely. And acknowledge that keyboard and the mouse is just fine. What I will do is we're just going to make a little piece to go in there to fill that gap in, and a little one in there to fill that gap in as well, just to give it more of a solid look. Again, can be done with wood, plastic, whatever you've got. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope it helps.